Today I'm looking at Bound by Flame, a new action RPG from developer Spiders. The game is out right now on PC, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4. We're playing the game on PC, and we gotta say, it looks absolutely gorgeous. We've got the game running at 1080p, everything cranked, and yeah, it really shines. Great lighting, the character models look really good, lots of cool particle effects. Obviously, fire plays a big part in the game, so you see plenty of fire effects and stuff like that. The story of the game puts you in the role of a mercenary who's hired by a group called the Red Scribes. The Red Scribes are at war with the Ice Lords. These Ice Lords, of course, are bent on destroying humanity, so yeah, the world depends on you, as always. The game starts with you actually defending the Red Scribes as they perform a ritual with what they think will destroy the Ice Lords. But the ritual goes awry and you get endued with a fire demon inside of you. So the entire game kind of plays out with you having this split personality of this wisecracking mercenary and this fire demon inside of you. There's a pretty basic character generator in the game, and you'll start being able to choose between male and female. Couple options, nothing too great, but it gets you going. And like we said, it's an RPG kind of light. There are some systems which you can upgrade. You can craft additions to your weapons. You can build skills in 3 trees, which come between the warrior, the ranger, and the pyromancer. The warrior is kind of a heavy 2-handed sword stance. The ranger, you'll use 2 smaller weapons, and the pyromancer is your fire abilities, which can augment either of the previous ones. So in combat, you'll be switching up between those quite a bit. So that's really all the depth you have in terms of the RPG elements, but I mean, I feel it's enough, and there's a lot here, especially with the crafting system. You can really customize your weapons and stuff like that.
When it doesn't move and it doesn't breathe and it looks at you with an even stupider gaze than one of your guards, that generally means it's dead, yeah. Just hungover. You'd know if you got drunk more often, and you look like you need to.
And he's hardly gonna find any gorgeous sluts wandering around the swamps.
You might be surprised.
You're too calm.
Fuck the captain. Oh, come on, he can wait. The beastie out there can't. It could lose itself in the mist at any moment, and we'd never find it.
Okay then. Considering how excited you are, I'm kind of curious to see the thing.
So yeah, the voice acting, it leaves a little bit to be desired, but the dialogue is just ridiculous. It's quirky, it's funny, it's pretty well written, and it's, you know, it pulls no punches, so I definitely was entertained by the dialogue throughout the game. The combat, now let's go take a look at the combat as we kind of move here through the environments. They're mostly linear, and it's pretty clear cut where you gotta go. There's a mini-map that's going to tell you exactly what you need to go to and what you need to do. There's a quest log you can follow and stuff too. But yeah, so combat, you're going to switch between your 2 styles with the heavy attacks or the lighter, faster ranger style attacks. Everything's bound to the gamepad, which we recommend playing with, though it does work with the mouse and keyboard. You can time dodges, and you can move in, you can counter attack, you can do heavy and quick attacks with each style, and then you can also buff with the fire stuff. It's pretty satisfying. I think it's kind of what EA was going for with Dragon Age 2, but it works a little bit better here. The combat's a little more satisfying. There's plenty of moves to unlock. You can bind those to quick keys at any time. You can pause the action. You can basically add stuff to your partner, tell them if you want healing or if you need cover. You can heal yourself. You can lay down traps or switch between other abilities and things like that, and it'll pause the action when that happens. So overall, the combat's pretty decent. Some of it can get a bit frustrating and a little bit repetitive. Some of the bosses will knock you down, and you can almost never get back up. Sometimes the camera gets in the way in the environment, but more or less, it's pretty good. So yeah, overall, I'm really like what Bound by Flame has to offer. It's a good mix of action and RPG. There's a lot of depth in things like the crafting system and the ability to kind of customize your character across the levels and stuff like that. You can really focus on either the ranger attacks or the more heavier based attacks with the 2-handed sword. overall, you know, it's a little bit linear. If you're looking for something more open world, you're not going to find it here. But I think if you just want a good story, you want some witty dialogue, you want some fun combat, you're going to have a good time with Bound by Flame.